Booger, it's almost 4:20, man. We gotta go, bro.
Not without our supplies.
Hey, it's the Budman and Booger show.
Yeah, buddy, welcome to a special edition of the Budman and Booger show. I am proud to say, you want to talk about Sacramento proud? I am fucking Sacramento proud right now in the studio. Along with me is, of course, Booger. What's up, bro?
I'm pumped right now because our special guest showed up.
Yes.
Shawn Thompson.
A.K.A. the PIE Guy.
The
Ladies and
PIE
gentlemen,
Guy.
welcome Shawn Thompson, the PIE Guy.
Thanks for having me on.
Bro, thank you for being here. Let me tell you, over this, it's probably been a whirlwind for you this last about week or so. If you have not heard of Shawn Thompson, you've probably heard of the PIE Guy here in Sacramento. He threw a pie in the face, or I don't know if he threw it, but a pie went into the face of Mayor Kevin Johnson. And a lot of people out there still to this day don't understand why this happened. It made national news.
Right.
When me and Booger first heard about it, we had no idea what it all meant.
Right.
But tonight you're going to hear about how the stars have aligned.
Yep.
And which has brought you here into the studio with the Budman and Booger show to spread your message, man. And it is a message of peace, believe it or not.
It is.
Welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you guys for having me.
For people who don't know, you are an advocate for the homeless.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes. And I have been for going on 6 years now.
We just did a Facebook Live post for, God, I don't know how long, because you told us that you were going to be at this city council meeting tonight.
Right.
I have never, I've been invited to the city council meeting by Armando, and have not gone yet, and now I don't think I will ever go, because I got to hand it to you, bro. What you do, just having the heart to go down there and be an advocate for the homeless is fucking incredible, first of all, because to have to sit there through all that shit and all that complaining is fucking amazing, dude. I got to commend you for that. But what you do, seriously, on a serious note for the homeless people, I think is very admirable, and I think you're doing a really good thing here for the people of Sacramento.
Thank you.
Yeah. So welcome to the show.
It's good to be here. It's really amazing to get the chance to go and spread my message. So thanks for having me again.
So let's go back in time a little bit to right before the pie incident.
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on in your mind? What led up to the pie incident?
Well, unfortunately, I can't give specific details yet that pertain to the court case. But,
Absolutely. Okay.
But upon walking up to Kevin Johnson, there was a moment there where, I paused and I really thought about it. Is this what I want to do? I knew that I was going to be arrested. That was just a given.
Right.
And I'd been arrested several times before, so I knew what to be expected when I got arrested. But walking up to Kevin Johnson, I just finally ballsed up and I said, okay, I just got to do it because I need to get his attention. I went up and I tapped him on the shoulder, and as soon as he turned around and faced me, I shoved the pie in his face and I said, Kevin, better represent your people. And he looked at me for just a minute and immediately started swinging on me.
Right. He started trying to what they call an Oak Park beatdown.
Right.
Ass whooping. And dude, I gotta tell you, I saw you on the news. I'm like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
The mayor went to town. That's not I don't know. Look, that's more than one punch. Obviously, did that. So we'll just leave that at there.
Yeah.
But
that could be a shirt as well. I got punched by the mayor.
First of all, I love the shirt, the
fist or
coconut
something.
cream pie, the people's pie.
This is the people's pie.
The people's pie. It was a coconut cream pie that you used that was involved in the incident.
It was, and I specifically picked that because I knew going into it that there was a chance that I would just back out at the last second, get afraid or something. And if I did, at least I'd have my favorite pie to eat.
Oh, so it is your favorite pie?
It sure is, yeah.
Okay, good. So maybe you're just kind of trying to share the pie, a little piece of the pie, a little bit. Okay, so for those who don't know, the thought process maybe is because of the homeless situation here in Sacramento. The mayor's not doing enough for the homeless. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not exactly a super smart guy. You know what I mean? Look at me and Booger. Look at our faces. Like, we're not exactly the smartest guys in the world. But I do know that they did something, and correct me if I'm wrong, but did they stop people from feeding the homeless in downtown?
Dear God, yeah. A few years ago, the city council agreed on an ordinance that you are not allowed to feed the homeless here in downtown. Now, it's in certain areas, and it's on any official city property that you cannot feed the homeless. So as an act of rebellion, about 2 or 3 years ago, me and some friends, we started putting tables on the city council grounds and on specific areas where it was illegal, and we'd set up 3 or 4 large tables full of food, and we get lots of donations of food. And
this is the dinner project, right?
It is. The dinner project evolved out of this, and made it official. So we'd set up a whole buffet potluck for the homeless, and they quickly caught on. The homeless hear, oh, there's free food over at this place, and they go running up. So in the middle of us preparing this food and all the homeless coming up, maybe 60 to 100 homeless at a time just for these dinners, police would start lining up out of nowhere, and they would have their riot gear on sometimes, to make sure that we're not hurting anybody as we feed the homeless. And then they would storm in, especially for the first few times. They stormed in, and they'd lift up our tables and carry them 20 feet off of the city council grounds and then set them back down to let us know that what we did was completely illegal.
Okay, so I want to try and understand this, because you would think, government, the city is supposed to be for the people. Right? I mean, what better place to feed the homeless than where you guys were setting up at? In front of, weren't you guys set up in front of City Hall or something like that?
Yes, City Hall. I mean, that's where the public goes to have conversations with the people who run our city. And there's a huge area there between the old City Hall and the new City Hall, and all it is one little phallic fountain, and then a large, open grounds for anything it could be, and we chose to use it to feed the homeless, and they didn't like that.
So what you're telling me is that the city of Sacramento, the one that chose to buy an $8 million piece of shit statue.
Yes.
Did it cost $8 million or something like that?
Yeah, roughly.
Okay, you know which statue I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's not even a fucking stormtrooper or anything fucking cool. I don't even know what it is. But they spent $8 million on it.
Yeah.
You're telling me they don't see a problem with something like that, but to feed some people that are fucking starving and people that are hungry, that's a problem?
Right, yes. That's how they feel.
What is happening in this world?
It's, the people who move up to the position of power, and it's a high-paying position, mind you.
Right.
And once they're up there, they rub shoulders with the wealthier class, and they have, essentially the richer people in Sacramento coming and stroking their egos, and they become disenfranchised from those of us who need them there to represent us.
Wow.
You think it's greed?
What's that?
Greed?
Oh man, yeah.
I know you're not a big fan of the new arena that's going up.
I am just sick of the new arena.
Right.
It's a disgusting use of time and money.
Would you ever go to the arena once it's open?
I will not ever go to the arena.
You're not ever going to take in a basketball game?
I officially state here on this radio show.
What if the nachos are fucking bomb, though? Would you still go there?
No,
not even for the best nachos in the world.
Not at all.
Okay.
No. If Led Zeppelin came back and played at the new arena, I wouldn't go see him.
Holy cow!
What if they had coconut cream pie?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not even for his favorite pie.
Not even.
Okay, so look on the outside. Let's talk about the packaging. On the outside, it's all shiny and it looks nice, and it's like new. Check it out! Wow, the new arena. A lot of people in Sacramento go, yeah, fuck yeah, I love the Kings. You know what I mean? Let's get a new arena. We don't want to lose our basketball team.
Right.
But what you're telling me is that there are other things that maybe a mayor or that maybe government here in the city of Sacramento should have paid more attention to than a shiny new arena.
Oh.
In the sense that maybe they're just trying to put Band-Aids on the problem and not trying to fix the problem.
Absolutely. I could even reiterate something I said in my speech earlier to
Absolutely,
the city council.
please do, because I know they were kind of cutting you off at your city council meeting. We will not cut you off for anything here at the Budman and Booger show.
I appreciate that.
Well, we probably will, but we'll let you get your point across. We will help move you along a little bit, but we will never cut you off. So
Right.
please tell me what's something that you wanted to get across from your speech that didn't quite make it in the city council meeting.
Okay, well, something I specifically needed to say to Kevin Johnson is there's this old saying, and it goes over a lot of people's heads when you start talking about Latin and ancient Rome, right? But there's this old saying that carries on to our literature here today, which is bread and circuses. And that resembles old politicians in ancient Rome who would use bread and circuses, entertainment and good food to try to distract the masses of society into thinking that everything's well when it's very clearly not. And I told Kevin Johnson, this is very clearly an example of a circus. This arena is your circus. You're the ringleader. You're the lead clown. And I said you needed a pie in the face.
So when you said that, now for people, I want people to understand this. When he went into the city council meeting, there is Kevin Johnson. You guys are looking at each other. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's got to be kind of a nerve-wracking situation to be in. I mean, here's a guy. I'm sure you weren't expecting to get beat up.
Oh no.
I'm sure that didn't go through your mind. I mean, you thought, maybe, okay, I could get arrested. Most likely, I'll get arrested.
Right.
Because nobody likes to be embarrassed. But I certainly don't think that you expected to get beat up.
No, not at all. And you wouldn't expect, your mayor or any of your representatives, even for an act of political theater, to turn around and start swinging on you. But I guess if I had put two thoughts into the fact that he's a pro athlete and, he comes from a culture of anger, yeah, that was a possibility.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Wow. Okay, so there you are. You're standing in the city council meeting. And there's Kevin Johnson. Did he have I could not see Kevin Johnson's face, and I wish I could have. What, in your opinion, what did his face kind of look like when he saw you walk in there? Did he look kind of annoyed? Did he look? Did he have no expression?
He just stared at me the whole time like he was stupid.
Stared at you like that you were stupid?
Like he was stupid.
Like he was.
You know that fluoride look,
right.
that blank stare.
Yeah, right there. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. Can we get a shot of Booger real quick?
There it is.
That's the stare. Show him the stare. Look in the camera.
Oh, that's it. That's Kevin Johnson.
The one. That's the one right there. Okay. All right. I gotta tell you, man. You are made of nails.
Oh man, thank you.
I mean, seriously. I mean, you're for such a guy who cares so much for the homeless and other people, and to put yourself on the line like that. I don't even like walking up to certain people and like asking or offering to give them something for free that I've done in media for many years.
Right.
But you literally, hey, you know what? You gave him free dessert. You know
I sure did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my favorite free dessert.
Your
at that.
favorite. It's coconut cream pie.
It is.
Who gets mad and upset and wants to beat someone's ass over coconut cream pie?
I couldn't imagine any normal person.
You know what?
It takes a real sociopath to get mad over pie.
Do you think that maybe if you chose a different pie, that the outcome might have been different? Like now look, I brought in some different kinds of pies today.
I see that.
This is like some kind of a chocolate mousse pie or something.
It looks delicious.
It does. We can have some if you want.
I mean, to be honest, I came here and I thought you guys were professionals, and I wouldn't have expected you to throw pie in my face. And I sat down and I saw the pies, and I thought, oh man, they're gonna retaliate.
No.
But you know what?
Absolutely not.
Even if you did, and you got pie all over my nice clothes, I wouldn't have been mad.
No. Actually,
not at all.
I will. Thank you. You're a cool ass dude. I got to tell you that from right now. These pies are not for your face.
Okay.
No.
You.
We would not ever consider doing that. I wanted to throw a pie in Booger's face because here's the thing. I wanted to prove a point, and that is a pie to the face is not assault. Okay. A pie to the face is a pie to the face. I mean, fucking the Three Stooges did that stuff all the time. It's funny. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm not saying the cause that you are standing up for, that's not funny. No. That's a very serious thing. The homeless issue here in Sacramento, I mean, it goes well beyond here in Sacramento. I mean, and it's a nationwide problem.
Right.
The way that we treat people with mental health issues in this country is deplorable.
Definitely.
It's so I gotta commend you for having the balls to do something like that.
Thank you.
Kevin Johnson apparently didn't appreciate it.
No.
But I've also seen those suits that he wears, and they look pretty fucking expensive. I'm just saying.
Oh, the guy's a millionaire, so I'm sure he can recover from another suit. In fact, just yesterday in an interview with my lawyer out in Vallejo, my lawyer offered to pay for his dry cleaning.
Right. Well, that was nice of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, did
they accept?
They haven't responded yet.
Okay. All right. Wow. So, I mean, what was it like when you were in jail? Mm-hmm. How was the treatment in jail from the police, or did you experience any? Were you nervous in there? Like, oh my God, like the mayor's a powerful person.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I was almost a little bit nervous about this interview because I'm like, well, fuck, man, I've met the mayor plenty of times. I've had the mayor on my show before.
Right.
And
really?
He seems like a good guy to a certain point, right?
I mean, it was always, I didn't get beat up by him, you know what I mean? Like, but again, I just looked at what was face value, and, the new arena, it's shiny, it's great.
That's all you can do, and that's how most people do, and I think that's why most people like him, is they just take him at face value, and he says nice things, But it's pretty common, and we all know this, for politicians to have a silver tongue and to say all these nice things, and then oftentimes when we start hearing the truths under the surface, it turns out they don't do very nice things, and Kevin Johnson is one of those people.
So you're in jail now. Were you by yourself in your cell? Did they put you by yourself, or?
I got put with one other person who was also new there. Okay.
And did he realize that you were the pie guy when you were in the cell with the?
Well, it wasn't airing on the news until the next evening, and by then, everybody in the whole block that I was on had seen it, and we all had our 1 hour out of our cell together, and they were just cheering me on. They were so happy, one, to see me on the news, but two, because it was such a hilarious event. It was fun.
Right? Yeah. I mean, when me and Booger first heard about it, we didn't know the story behind why you did the pieing.
Right.
We had no idea what the real issue was, but all we knew was that some dude threw a pie in the mayor's face, and the mayor beat the shit out of him. That's all we knew. And so we kind of went with that. We're just like, yeah, dude, the guy got beat up. Like, you got knocked the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, we were joking around. But now that I know the story, I probably wouldn't have made so many jokes about it,
It's all good.
Especially considering the fact that here you are sitting in the studio. But I want to tell the people listening out there and that are watching this that how oddly connected this whole thing went down was, because Armando, who spoke at the city council meeting that you know very well, he was also he's the one who gave you the coconut cream pie, the people's pie T-shirt, right?
Yeah.
We had just had him on the show to talk about the homeless situation here in Sacramento.
He's our neighbor downstairs.
Yeah, he's our neighbor downstairs. He's a great guy. He washes and brushes Max's hair just because he's a nice guy.
That's so sweet.
He has shampoo for the soul.
You know what I mean? But dude, seriously, like the hearing about what you guys do, you guys are always down there at City Hall,
right,
being advocates for people that really don't have a voice, people that don't. People that you pass by in the street and you try not to look at, people that you try to ignore and step over, and these are at the end of the day, these are still human beings. These are people.
Coincidentally, when I first got into activism back in 2011, earlier in Kevin Johnson's career, I was homeless myself, and I was going to Sac City College, and I was just using their locker room to stay clean and showered, and I was just trying to make it by, and then Occupy Sacramento happened, and that's what kind of got me involved in the politics. And over the years, I've had a lot of help, and I was able to clean up and get back, in a job. And now I have my own business, and I have a truck and my own house, and I'm doing really well now. But back then, when I wasn't doing so well, it was just because I was in construction, and the economy collapsed, and there was no more construction jobs. And so a lot of people went homeless for just a really unfortunate reason, and immediately when people are walking down the street and they see a homeless person, they assume, oh, they must deserve it, they must be mentally ill, they must have a drinking problem, and most of the time that's not the case.
Wow. I mean, this is real stuff that's happening right now, right here in our city. Think about that when you go to the brand new Kings Arena. I'm sure in every media outlet you're going to hear in the next week or so is all going to be about the new arena.
Yeah.
And the new arena is going to bring a lot of money to the city, and that's great. But let's not forget about those that really need help. What's more important to them, a new fucking arena or to be able to eat something and not starve,
Didn't they
to
shut
have a
down?
blanket, to feel some sort of compassion.
Right.
At the end of the day, that's really what's more important. I don't know about you guys, but that's what's important to me. And also, I fucking hate sports too. So,
Didn't they shut down 10 schools during the process of this?
I know a lot of schools have been shut down, and they were all schools in poorer areas, mind you, Del Paso
Right.
Heights and Oak Park and South Sac mostly.
That's disgusting.
And yeah, that's another thing that I'm an activist for so many various reasons. Homelessness has been the key of it all, but yeah, also that we're constantly, or I should say we, but our city council, who are supposed to be our representatives, are constantly cutting funding for social programs and medical programs and healthcare and mental health programs and schools in all the areas of Sacramento that need it the most.
when I want to go back to the to right when this whole circus started happening, the media circus around the pie incident.
Right.
Afterwards, when you realized how far it hit the news, what was your thought? Were you like, holy shit, what's happening right now?
Well, I was in jail for 3 days, and so I had seen it on the local news, and I thought to myself, oh, well, local news picked it up. That's interesting. And it wasn't until that third day that when I was finally released and I came out and met all my friends and met my who turned out to be my lawyer and a lot of other people, that I realized, wow, this is not just national news. Like, it made international news.
Yes.
People from Canada were calling, you know. I had raised, or I should say friends of mine had raised donations to post my bail from all over the country. So
That's fantastic.
I was brought to tears as soon as I got out of jail, and I'm not the kind of guy who cries, you know, but I got out and I was pretty teary-eyed.
I heard them mention it on late night shows. You know, I can't remember if it was like Jimmy Kimmel. Maybe all of them mentioned it. Probably. I mean,
Yeah,
how
who
could you not?
knows?
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
But yeah, you definitely made some noise. That's got to be kind of a trip, right?
Yeah, it's all the attention's a little new to me, but it's been a lot of fun, and I've been reading a lot of the stories from across the country about how it went down, and there's just so many details that were added in that I'm like, that didn't happen. No, I didn't say that. I don't. Where'd you get that?
So let's talk about dessert for a moment.
Please.
Okay. You chose the pie, the coconut cream pie.
Yeah.
And that was simply because it was your favorite pie.
That's it.
It wasn't, you weren't thinking, this is going to be a nice soft pie to go in someone's face. The coverage will be great.
I did consider that when I was picking out pies. I was like, well, I definitely at least can't go with like a solid pecan pie or something,
Right.
because I wasn't trying to hurt him, I was just trying to
Catch
make a
his
statement.
attention.
Exactly.
Where did you purchase the pie?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say that this time.
Okay.
Is it homemade or store-bought?
I can't say that at this
Oh,
time.
you can't say that either?
No,
Okay.
a lot of these details pertain to the court case.
Okay,
so.
no worries. We totally
yeah.
understand. But
Gotcha.
these are just, we did a thing on Facebook earlier today, and we're like, hey, what kind of questions would you guys like to know about the pie?
Oh, yeah?
And that was a common question: was where did the pie come from? Because here's the thing: you saw what happened with what was the Patti LaBelle? Remember the Patti LaBelle pies? I mean, that shit went crazy. People went crazy over one video of a guy singing about Patti LaBelle pies, and they sold out across the country. And they were just kind of okay. Sweet potato pie would have been good, though. That's a nice soft pie as well.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind for when I meet Donald Trump.
There you
The
go.
I was
potato.
going to ask you that, but I want you to use pecans.
Oh, well.
Okay, so if you did meet Donald Trump, would you you would not be opposed to throwing a pie in his face?
To say the very least.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Same flavor?
No, I think it would be something quite harder than a pie, to be honest.
Okay.
The pecans might be considered like
Yeah, maybe a muffin or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cupcakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
A nice, soft, boxing glove full of horseshoes.
There you go. Okay.
So when you're approaching Mayor Kevin Johnson with the pie, were you scared?
Yeah, I was. I was nervous. There was police around everywhere on the block, and I saw that he had his security. They stand out like a sore thumb. They try to dress up, but they look like, the bouncer at the club with this suit that doesn't quite fit them on. And so I was like, man, I don't know how this is going to go down, but I just got to go for it, and I went for it.
Now, when you're walking there in front of walking to the mayor with the pie in your hand, I mean,
How did nobody notice?
seemed to like even notice?
How'd you hide the pie?
It was just luck that nobody noticed. I didn't hide it at all.
And I don't know if you can talk about this, but I'm going to bring it up, and you can just tell me you can't comment on it or not. But but I did read that people were told to delete videos because I was looking like crazy to try and find a video of this because I was like, this will fucking be great. Like I want to see it. I want to play it on the show. I want to see what happened.
Right.
Because it's fucking hilarious. You know what I mean? I want to see the pie go in the mayor's face, and there was no video anywhere, and I'm like, how is this possible?
Right.
But people were told to delete.
I also heard that, but I haven't heard it from any credible sources or anybody that personally knows, so I have no way to confirm it.
That could just be hearsay.
It could be.
But would not shock me, to tell you the truth.
I wouldn't be at all surprised.
Because I am shocked that there is no video of that. I mean, because, like, think about it. You're at an event, and the mayor's there. You're going to have your phone out. I mean, not only is the mayor there, it's fucking Kevin Johnson. You know what I mean? Famous athlete, played for the Suns, basketball guy. And you guys didn't get that on video?
Yeah, it seems really likely
bullshit.
that there would have been some few people out there at least saying, oh, look, the mayor's shaking people's hands. He's coming closer to me to have my cell phone out.
Yeah.
And, but no videos came out of it, so who could say?
How often are you getting recognized since you've been out of jail as the pie guy?
Oh, geez, everywhere I go.
Everywhere you go, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I was in Safeway earlier today getting groceries, and the cashier there ringing me up. She was like, can I take a picture with you? And she came around the other side of the register and put her arm around me, and we had a little photo op.
Have you been offered free pie anywhere you go?
A few places,
A few places,
yeah. I turned it down just because, I've been so busy. I'm not trying to stop and have a discussion about pie with every single person. But.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, because look, at the end of the day, the pie is not the issue. The pie is the homeless people here in Sacramento.
Exactly.
And across the nation. They're treated like shit. Something that just sticks out in my mind. Remember, Booger, we were driving around and we saw a sign, a homeless person. First of all, I got to hand it to any homeless person that gets creative with their cardboard signs. We love that shit.
I do too.
But this one really was kind of heartfelt. It said, anything helps except dirty looks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bean mugging.
Yeah.
And I was like, here's someone that's, that is out on the streets and is just sick and tired of it. Mm-hmm. And, to get dirty looks like that all the time, like, why don't you throw a smile at him? You know what I mean?
Right.
Throw some money at him. That's what I
Well,
think.
yeah, I mean, money probably would be preferable, but I wouldn't throw it at him. You know what I mean? Just hand it to him.
Well, sometimes when you're driving by really quick, and like people are honking at you. And
I
you're
did
just
that
like,
recently. I hit a green light. There was a homeless guy in the corner, and I just wadded up a $1 bill and kind of threw it out. And I saw him reach for it, so I was happy he got it.
So, I mean, you were homeless at one point.
I was, yeah.
You lived this life, and it affected you so much that you've been an advocate ever since.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I kind of wanted to touch on what you were saying with the getting dirty looks, because I think when I first went homeless, I was just a guy who had lost his job and then couldn't afford his rent anymore. And so, I made the best arrangements I could, and I went homeless, and I stayed the night either in a park with a sleeping bag or on Sac City campus with a sleeping bag. But the hardest part of being homeless definitely was the fact that everybody ignores you, and after so long, it just kind of starts to drive you crazy. And I could see how homeless people start to act out just because it's mental torture to constantly be ignored and neglected, and people give you dirty looks and walk away, and especially the little snide comments, get a job, go take a bath.
Right.
It sucks.
You're like, if I had a house, I fucking would.
Right.
Or do you have change for 100? Did anyone come up to you and ask that?
Oh, jeez, no. I would take their 100 and run now.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, wow. So you've lived that life.
Yeah.
You know how hard it can be.
Definitely.
And it affected you.
Yeah, and luckily I didn't have to live it for very long. I mean, I was able to bounce back fairly quickly. But I have friends who are still homeless, and I could see how they would probably have a really difficult time reintegrating back into a normal life at this point, because when you're that way for so long, it just changes your way of thinking and who you are.
It's definitely a different kind of a lifestyle, and it's something else I want to remind everybody. I mean, in this day and age, with the way that people are paid, most of us And think about this when you're going into the election this year. Most of us live paycheck to paycheck. Most of it, like, what's the saying? They're like, everyone's just like a few paychecks away from being homeless themselves.
Exactly.
You know?
We all hang by a thread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little more
And it's
fragile than you think.
It's something to think about. And if you were in that situation, if you were homeless, and you had no food, and someone told you that someone could not give you food out of the kindness of their hearts because it's city property, property that when you were paying your taxes and getting all of your money taken out of your paycheck, and now you're homeless and need help, and you can't even take a sandwich from somebody, and you want to say that it's illegal and make someone a criminal for doing it?
Right.
Wow, man.
And not only that, but it's wealthy, powerful people who are saying that, you know, that you cannot feed the homeless. I mean, what an insult.
Why do you think that they don't want you to feed the homeless? Why do you think that is?
I honestly think that the city council and Mayor Johnson hate homeless people. I really think they're disgusted by homeless people. That's how disconnected they are.
What is that? What's happening over there? Is that your
I
phone?
had an accident.
Oh, okay.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. And I even want to touch on the fact that that's not the only criminalizing of the homeless. The fact is, you know, if the homeless are begging for change, that's considered illegal, and they get arrested for it all the time. And police will actually pull them over if they're ever on the freeway exits trying to ask for money, and they'll write them a ticket right there. Like, what is the point of writing a homeless
person a ticket?
Right?
How the fuck are they going to pay that? You know how many more corners they're going to have to stand on to be able to pay that fucking ticket?
How does an officer do that with a straight face?
He's just doing his job.
Okay, so
Right.
so here's what. Let me break it down to you guys. So a homeless person is sitting on the corner and they're begging for change. A cop comes up and writes them a ticket, which they cannot pay. Which means when they don't pay that ticket, they get a warrant out for their arrest,
Exactly.
which makes them a criminal. When they get caught, they get taken to jail, which fuels the jail system. I mean, it's all fucking
Processing.
It's all making money.
Toilet grade.
It's making people into cattle.
Exactly. Exactly. Now you're really starting
Profit
to touch on
before
something.
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Dude, my mind is like opening up, man.
This is profit before people,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, that's the way capitalism is designed to be.
You know, right before me and Booger started doing this show, when we broke away from corporate radio and decided that we were going to do this, Booger looked at me and says, we're going to do this not for the money, but we're going to do it for our peepo.
That's right.
And here we are
Can you say it, Booger?
Peepo.
with the peepo's pie.
Who's your peepo?
Who's your peepo?
And I do what I do for my peepo.
Who's your peepo? That's right. So I want you guys listening out there and watching this. This is a really big year for all of us here in this country. Who's your peepo? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
choose wisely. Who is
Yeah.
your peepo? And are you going to roll with the coconut cream pie? Or are you going to roll with this pie over here? Or this pie? Choose your peepo and choose wisely. And I think you chose. And you chose to be the people's pie.
I did, absolutely.
And we commend you for that. We
Thank you
commend
so much, you guys. I
We
really,
really
appreciate
do. I think what you're doing, I think what you're doing is powerful. I think what you're doing is admirable, and I think what you're doing takes balls of steel.
You have a message.
Yeah.
I do. It's, my purpose. That's the way I look at it.
Wow, I'm like proud to have you on the show right now. I really am, dude.
Thank you.
I mean, because me and Booger, we're fucking idiots, dude. No, seriously. I mean, we're
All day long.
I look at Booger sometimes and I go, dude, I mean, what are we doing, man? Are we like, are we just being idiots? Are we helping anybody? And like, I think maybe in our own stupid way, we actually are maybe helping a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at Here Now Tonight. You're helping me spread my message to a lot more people than I could have otherwise.
Yeah, because
And
they kept cutting you off with that boring meeting that
They
you're
sure
at.
did. And a lot of the media that have interviewed me for the last week up until this point, they like to twist my words and turn it into something sensational.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Turn you into a bad guy. How could you?
right.
How dare you?
And so, I mean, one thing
That was a pie
So fucking
in
pie.
his eye.
yeah, assault with a pie. Just think about
Yeah.
that, you know.
I mean, I thought I did
Felony
when I
assault
when
at
I
that.
saw
Right.
that on the news and they're talking about you and there you are sitting in the court, they had you all looking criminalized and shit, and you got a fucking black eye and you're like, dude, you got beat up, bro.
Yeah.
And they're
He
they're
wailed on me
saying
for
like,
sure.
look at this guy with the pie guy.
And
You know,
kind of shows how
In his
uptight,
orange
how
jumpsuit.
wound up he is.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of revealed something there.
I think that something was revealed even to me about him that I didn't know. That he has some pent up issues.
dude.
There's,
Yeah.
This is
I
like
mean,
a Matrix moment.
He was 26 years old when he was with some 15-year-old girl.
well, I don't want to get into that.
Right.
Let's not get me killed in the middle of the night, please. I don't
read
know
it
about, I don't know about
yesterday.
any of that shit, but I know there's a homeless situation, Heidi. Okay,
I know there is.
I don't know about that.
And he doesn't like pie.
I know for a fact he does not like coconut cream pie.
In your opinion, did Mayor Kevin Johnson overreact?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, come on. Like, I put a pie in his face. He starts hitting me in the face, and his guards joined in, and other people joined in from what I've read and heard. I even saw a picture where some lady was there trying to slap me or something, and I don't know who she was, and I don't know what she had to do with it, but...
She was some random lady just ran up and started slapping you?
Yeah.
What
and,
the fuck?
Like, a lot of people were in on it, and it's because, they have this really filtered view of Kevin Johnson being this great guy, and
I want to touch on that because,
Yeah.
again, I mentioned to you earlier that I've met the mayor plenty of times, and I got to tell you, every time I've met the mayor, it's always been a very pleasurable experience. He's always very cordial and very nice, and so when I saw this hit the news that he beat the shit out of you, and you did not fight back.
Not at all.
I just want to put that out there. It's not like you were just a punk and you got beat up. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you purposely were like, I'm not going to hit you.
Exactly.
I'm just going to offer you some free dessert, bro. You know? But I was a little taken back by that. I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, I'm fucking pissed that guy off.
yeah,
You know
right.
what I mean? That's why I was a little nervous to do this interview. I was like, oh, Booger, I'm really excited to have the pie guy on, but I've met the mayor before, and I don't want to be like, fuck that guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's a little. I mean, I want to ask you now: are you intimidated? Are you a little like nervous still about this whole situation?
I have some feelings. I really just don't care to share at this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's understandable. Let me tell you from my perspective. If I were you, I'd be fucking shitting bricks, dude. Seriously, like I would be nervous because I don't know. Like he'd beat the shit out of you, bro, for a pie.
The mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
he
How
should.
many people could say I got fucked up by the mayor?
Here's a guy that does not.
Who can say
apparently-
that?
He does not like to be. He does not like to be embarrassed, dude. And so that's why I got to admit, I was a little nervous about this interview. But I think your cause and the story behind it, I think needs to be put out there.
And that's so amazing of you to help me share it. Thank you.
Yeah,
What-
anytime, man.
Shawn, when you were attacked, did it hurt?
Oh yeah, dude! I
Did
had
you see
9
his eye, bro?
stitches and black eye, and not to mention all the other gashes and bruises I had on the rest of my body from him or whoever else was there. I have no idea. And some of the police even were really aggressive, like cruelly aggressive.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Now, did you receive good treatment when you were in jail?
Well, I was immediately taken way off to the side, away where the crowd couldn't see me, so that
Right.
they could carry on their pleasant event. And it was when I went into the ambulance that the fair treatment began. The EMT workers there were really cool to me. They were even congratulatory towards me.
I was gonna say because look, and especially when it comes to the police department and stuff like that, and EMTs and firemen and stuff, everything you guys might not realize, but everything gets a little bit political. There are people that run for political office that might be a sheriff. There might be someone, and there starts. It's kind of like this. If you watch the Real World Challenge or something like that, the challenge. I don't know what the fuck they call it nowadays, but because I don't watch that shit, but I've seen it before. There's alliances made and alliances broken, and so I would imagine when you were in jail, there might have been some cops that came up to you and go, "Hey, fucking, by the way, nice job on the pie."
Most of them.
Most of them, really.
Yeah, absolutely. All the way from watching over me in the hospital through the night while I was still in police custody getting stitches, all the way until getting booked into jail, and while I was in jail and when I was getting out of jail, there were just police the whole time, secretly thanking me for what I did.
Wow, that's intense, man. That is an intense situation. And you've been in this whirlwind since last Wednesday. You said this is when this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wednesday evening.
Wow. Now, did you have
7
friends?
days.
Did you have any friends that were like, "Hey, dude," like, did they know what you were gonna do ahead of time, or?
No, not at
So
all.
you didn't
None of my close friends were in the loop.
So you didn't want to tell anybody because maybe you thought maybe they might try to talk you out of it, or?
I have my own reasons for not telling
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. I can appreciate that answer. So where you are now, I mean, moving forward, I did hear something in the news today. Because look, I mean, you got beat up by the fucking mayor, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
and they want to press charge. Like, to me, this just seems fucking crazy. But like, you got beat up, and they're
Yeah.
gonna charge you.
That was like a straight up like high school bully beating. Yeah.
Yeah, like is the mayor? Could he be facing any
Are you
charges?
pressing charges?
Pressing charges? Or?
I honestly can't even say anything about that
Okay,
this time,
and
just
that's
for
fine.
a whole bunch of reasons.
Okay, I totally understand that.
Yeah.
All right.
You were scared before you hit the mayor in the face with the pie.
Mm-hmm.
What about afterwards, as you're being attacked and feeling pain? Are you also feeling fear? Are you scared?
I just, I don't know if you guys have been in a lot of fights in your life. I personally have. And I just kind of went into defense and try to analyze mode. I was putting my hands over my head and trying to block all the blows I was getting. And eventually it all stopped. And then I finally sat up and I got myself sorted, realized, I was fine despite it all. And then I smiled. I was proud of myself.
Wow, dude. Wow, bro.
Wow.
Have you seen any of the footage of you on the news when they had you in court and stuff? Have you seen any?
I
of that?
haven't seen any of that yet. No.
Bro, I got to tell you, you look like you got fucked up.
Do I?
For real, dude. I mean,
well, obviously, I've seen my mugshot.
You look
so.
a lot, dude. And when you first walked in the building, I was like, dude, he looks a lot fucking better, man.
Yeah.
But when I saw you on the news, I was like, damn, dude. Damn, Mayor Kevin Johnson ain't nothing to fuck with. Like,
Right.
Like, wow, bro.
Right. And I actually read in one report that I think it was a statement from him that he only hit me one time. And I was like, yeah, how'd I get 2 gashes on other sides of my eye full of stitches from your one hit? You think a lot of yourself, apparently.
Oh, wow. It's the magic fist theory.
Yeah.
Damn, he punched you so hard, he fucked you up on both sides of your face. Dude, that's crazy, man.
So it is a head scratcher that there's no video footage, right? That is.
It's definitely curious. I'll say that. Raises an eyebrow.
Could that video footage be worth $1 million?
$1 million.
Well, I'll tell you what. If there is any video footage out there, I would definitely be willing to sit down and have some pie and talk about a deal to get that footage.
Yeah. And please premiere it on the show. That would be fucking great. That would help us out a lot, too.
You'd be one of the first people to know.
Heidi, maybe we can do a fundraiser to set up a reward.
Yeah, I was going to say we could give the money back out to the homeless.
Yeah, by all means.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wow.
We could do something.
And by the way, speaking of the homeless, we have an event. Do you have the card?
I do. Have you heard of our Armando's Project Cafe?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, we're going to be doing this thing on Friday.
Stands for clothing and food for everyone.
Yeah.
Nice. Wonderful.
And
that's so Armando.
So this Friday is doing an art exhibit with food and music. September 30th, 5:45 p.m. to 9 p.m., 1008 2nd Street.
Mm-hmm.
And that's this Friday.
And
so.
we invite everyone to come out there. That what they're going to be doing is they're going to have there's going to be some music and stuff.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And they are going to be auctioning off art.
Yep.
Wow.
And yeah, it's going to help out a lot of people. And I got to tell you, some of this art, you could see it in some of the previous shows that we did. It's pretty fantastic, man. And I think what you guys do, I mean, bro, I'm in awe at. You guys devote a big chunk of your lives to this.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
know how much time just sitting around here talking about bullshit is with Booger. I know how much time of the day it takes away from my family.
It's a labor of love for sure.
Yes. And so but at the end of the day, I mean, what you're doing is great. I mean, you got your ass kicked for your cause, dude.
Yeah.
And that's very commendable.
Thank you.
Do you have social media sites or any kind of
I do. Well, I'm on Facebook, and that's my main political platform. And it gets a little more boring on Facebook because I'm mostly just sharing all these, shitty today in shitty politics. Here's what happened.
Right.
But I'm Sean Vanderwhite on Facebook, not Shawn Thompson.
Okay.
I had a crazy ex-stalker, and so I changed my last name. Yeah.
Well, she's gonna find you now, dude. You're fine.
I know. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Which can't be worse than Kevin Johnson, though, right? So I think you're okay.
Yeah. Right. I think I've seen the worst of it at this point.
Yeah. Here's a thought. I know Armando gave you that shirt. I don't know who made that shirt, but if Armando made it, like, you guys could probably fucking, like, you should wear that everywhere, bro. And
I'm pretty proud of this. I will definitely wear it every
that would be a great fundraiser for you guys.
Yeah.
Sure.
The coconut cream pie, the people's pie.
Right? Someone was really thinking on that one.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. You're probably, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I do know for a while now you're going to be known as the pie guy. So be ready to.
History as the
pie. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
History for sure.
The whole time I was in jail, every 3-4 times a day, they're calling random individuals over the loudspeaker. Come get your meal or come change your clothes or all these different things. And it was whenever it was me, it was Shawn Pie Man Thompson, Shawn Key Lime Thompson. They would say all.
Did they ever bring you pie to your cell?
They never did. No, they did not.
They never did?
No, not at all.
Oh, man.
I don't think they love me that much.
Oh, okay.
Heidi, can we create a strain, maybe? Coconut cream pie
strain.
Kush?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be.
It's always got to
I'll
come
get
back
my people right on that.
It's always got to come back to the cannabis,
cream
right?
Kush.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Oh,
Smoke
man.
that pie.
Sounds
Right?
like fire.
What are your plans now? What are you going to do now? You've shaken the coconut tree and some coconuts have fallen.
Well,
some hit your face.
I did. Jesus, you guys. I did just get out of court this morning. It was my first court case since I've been out of jail, and the judge dropped my bail. I'm now a free man. I cannot go back into jail for any reason. And so my next court case is on October 20th, and I'm going to go plead not guilty to felony assault with a pie.
There's no fucking way that's felony assault. Yeah. There's no way. There's no way. I refuse to
Well, it
believe
is a
that.
public official.
Okay, yes, but he was trying to share dessert with him.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
In his way.
Think about all the shit that they get out of.
Yeah.
Seriously. Think about it.
It should get dismissed.
And there have been several politicians just within the last 10 years who have been cream pied to the face, and none of them have fought back. None of them have pressed charges. Even, I don't know if you get the chance, go look up. His name is Willie Brown. And he was some politician in San Francisco a few years back who got a bunch of pies thrown at him, and he was so angry. He kept trying to get back up and react, but then he kept slipping in the pie on the ground and falling over again. It was like a cartoon. And so I think the worst they got was like misdemeanor assault, 6 months, and he didn't even try to beat the crap out of his assailants.
Oh wow! Felony assault with a fucking pie.
It's a pie assailant.
And not just any pie, a coconut cream pie. It's coconut cream pie, bro. First of all, I would like to prove a point. How are we on time? Are we getting to that point?
I think we're out of time.
It's pie booger.
We're out of time.
All right, should we pie? Okay.
Oh, I was thinking we could spin the bottle.
No. Booger, I told you at the beginning of the show. I said, Booger, you're going to take a fucking pie to the face. Because I want to prove a point. I want to show the people.
And then a memo went out.
I want to show to the people that a pie is not fucking felony assault. It's funny assault. It's not even assault. I'm pretty sure there's no fucking salt in coconut cream pie. It's delicious, and it's fun, and it's people enjoy it. And I'm going to tell you why. Booger needs to take the pie, and this is
he does. I agree.
Because if I take the pie, it's like, haha, he took the pie. You know what I mean? I'm a ginger. Like, nobody gives a shit. All right?
There with you.
Look, yeah, you understand. You understand the flight of the ginger.
Let's go around the room now. If Heidi were to take the pie, that means
okay.
That would cost extra.
Booger, they want.
And Booger, you don't have any money.
It's funny if you take the pie because of that disgusting beard of yours.
Okay,
and it'll help keep the studio more clean because your beard will like soak up the extra.
I will take the pie if you cut the beard off.
No, he can't. He can't cut the beard off. We need it. We need it.
All right,
it's
now
a
Max.
you
Now
hiding
Max
in
is the
there?
designated pie.
No
in
one
the
gives a
face.
shit if Max takes a pie to the face.
No
He's
one
the
cares.
designated pie in the face guy.
He gets fired every day.
Now,
It's too easy
Okay,
to
all
clean
right,
up.
we got
Look at that
our
face.
other friend. What about
no,
our other friend?
no, it's got to be you.
Okay, what about revenge?
No.
Revenge.
No.
No,
No.
Mayor Kevin
He's still
Johnson's
healing.
revenge.
He's still healing.
no. He's been through enough. Look at him.
I could be gentle. We can
No.
be gentle. No revenge.
No. It's
Looks like
you.
it's gonna be you, man.
It's gonna be you, bro. Now you can wear.
So I'm the best guy.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
To
right.
take a pie in the eye.
100%.
That's right.
The
Wait.
people's pie.
Booger, you're not afraid of a pie in the face, are you?
No.
Why? Wait. But why not? Why aren't you afraid of a pie in the face? Isn't it assault? Isn't it a felony, Booger? It's not. It's fun, right?
It seems fun. Yeah.
Are you
Okay.
afraid you're gonna react violently?
Yeah, you're not gonna react
No,
violently.
I don't
Booger,
feel
are you gonna beat
angry.
the shit out of me?
I
Because
feel-
if
No, I feel very relaxed.
are you gonna beat the shit
actually.
out of me? Tell the truth.
No.
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 Well, Booger, you know what? You have an honest face.
But-
I believe you.
I may be able to debunk your theory because I'm not being surprised.
Oh, you're not being surprised?
There's no element of surprise here.
Oh.
That's true.
Oh.
He has a point.
See? So you have to save that pie for when I least expect it.
That sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, it does.
You're right. I think I think you might be right. I think you might be right. Would you like to hold this pie for me?
Sure, I'll hold it.
Yeah. All right. So
Watch out for your equipment, Booger.
was there something
He's hiding behind his mic.
was there something about your speech that you weren't able to get across that maybe you can say now? I know that there was something that you wanted to say to the mayor and you never really got a chance to say because they kept cutting you off.
Right.
It was largely that most of the policies he's come up with over the last 6 years that I've been paying attention have been
Pretend that Booger is the mayor.
okay, Booger.
All right.
To be honest, no, I
no.
mean I wanted to say my piece first.
Yeah,
so
yeah. He's
the-
nothing. Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, look at that. Wait a minute. You got a hug now. You didn't get beat up. You got a hug. That's the way this shit was supposed to go, man. It's all love, brother. It's all love.
It's good.
It's all love.
it is, and I bet that coconut cream one was good too.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
And I'm sure all these pies are delicious. I'll get him later when he's not expecting it.
Another one?
No, Booger's like, I want to eat that pie later, man. Don't throw it in my face, man. Look, man, I got to tell you, thank you for coming to be on the show.
Yeah.
Thank you for standing up for homeless people here in the city of Sacramento. Thank you for standing up for people here in Sacramento. Thank you for being the people's pie, bro.
Thank you.
It's got like one bravery.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
God, you look gross, dude.
Oh, we're going out tonight.
Some of it will still be there tomorrow.
Yeah, Max is gonna have to clean that shit up. Oh, that's great. That's great. Look, we appreciate everything that you're doing, and thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for being such a cool motherfucker. And I'm sorry that you got beat up by the mayor, but it's still kind of fucking cool at the same time.
Hey, you know what? It was worth it for the cause and to get my message out there.
Yes.
And you helped me a lot too, so thank you.
And brother, anytime you want to come on the show and be a guest and hang out with us, dude.
Open door policy.
Open door policy, man.
I appreciate
Yeah, we would
that.
like your political updates.
Yes.
That'd be
Definitely,
great.
definitely.
Anytime you're in
Shitty
the
politics.
mood, yep.
Right?
Yeah, if you anytime you want to talk about shitty politics on the show, we're down. I mean, we're gonna get some thumbs down on a video because people fucking do that for politics. I don't give a fuck.
Well, shit, now you're talking, man. I could use a segment, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Dude, I'm gonna give you whatever you need, man.
The
Nice.
People's Pie Report.
We can help you.
Oh, shit, son.
I love it, man. I love it. I'm all about it, man. And thank you. And you keep doing what you're doing, man. And,
I plan on it.
And Taekwondo is the art of defense. So you might want to take a couple classes. I'm just saying, man. Just saying. Doing a good thing, man. Okay?
For the record, I do have a black belt in Taekwondo.
Oh! Wow, you're just practicing nonviolence, man.
Absolutely. It's all about nonviolent activism, you know?
That's
yeah,
right.
it has to be.
That's right,
Or
man.
it doesn't mean anything.
Thank you so much, man. And thank you guys for tuning in today. I know we came on a little bit late, but it was all worth it to see that shit right there. Right there. And we'll see you guys tomorrow here on the Budman and Booger Show. Same Bud time, same Bud channel. Let's eat some pie with the pie guy.
Our hero!
You guys are awesome.